What's up, guys? It's Techno Viking 23 coming to you today with another Raid Shadow Legends video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about what you want to focus spending your gems on as a free-to-play or low-spend player in Raid Shadow Legends. Now, gems are the premium currency in Raid Shadow Legends. If you've played any other mobile game, you kind of know how that works. And there's a couple different areas you can use gems, and we're going to kind of talk about where you want to spend them and where you want to avoid wasting them. So let's just go ahead and get into it real quick. We're going to go down to the shop tab, and you will notice there is a gem shop under the shop tab. Here you can buy experience boost, energy refills, arena refills, and you can actually buy ancient shards and potion packs, clan boss keys. You could change your account name if you really want to. I'm going to advise you not to really use your gems in this area. The only thing I would suggest is if you're really desperate for a rare champion, this 273 shard pack can be worth it very early on when you're first playing if you get lucky and are able to stockpile some gems, but you don't quite have that many great champions. You can pull this and maybe get lucky and get an epic or a really good rare, but I wouldn't advise it early on because you're going to have a lot of areas in the campaign you could farm to get good champions. The energy refill is actually about the only thing here that's worth spending gems on, because this is going to give you a full energy refill. It's going to allow you to continue farming the campaign and to continue farming to put experience on your champions and to keep getting gear drops. So energy refills are one of the only things I would really say early in the game that you want to be looking at spending your gems on. Alright, let's go back out to the Bastion. Notice here on the left you do have this gem mine, and it's 500 gems to unlock, which seems like a lot, but as you progress through the game, you'll start acquiring gems by finishing missions and challenges, finishing the campaign, daily login rewards, finishing your quests. There's all kinds of ways to earn gems. The gem mine will also give you gems just as the game is going. You can see here you can raise it up to 3 levels. It'll give you 1 gem almost every 5 hours. And it fills up at 5, at which point you have to claim those 5 gems so it can start refilling them again. You can see it takes 1 day to get you 5 gems. Not a great rate of return at first, but once you get it up to level 3, you can start getting like 15 gems a day, and that's actually a pretty good return. It's just going to cost a lot of gems to get there, and we don't really want to spend those gems right now because there's other areas we want to use those for. As I said, energy refill, which you click up here, it'll allow you to do that. That's one of the ways we want to spend the gems. We're going to ignore the gem mine at first. Maybe later we'll work on that. Sparring Pit's another area you might be tempted to drop some gems in because you can basically AFK level up champions. We're not going to worry about this right now. We're just going to use the base slot it gives us for free. It takes like an hour to get a level, so we're just going to use that. You can see up here 2100 XP per hour. You can actually upgrade that if you want, but Sparring Pit, I know a lot of people like the Sparring Pit. We're going to completely ignore this, especially on a free-to-play account. It's not somewhere we want to invest our gems in early. One area you will also eventually want to take a look at is going to be the market. You'll notice here you have 12 total slots that you can get, but when you first start playing, a lot of these are going to be locked, and they're going to require silver or gems to unlock. At some point, you're going to want to pay the gems to get all of these slots unlocked. Main reason being you're going to get mystery shards out of here every day. There's also a chance that an ancient shard will pop up in here for 200,000 silver, and you want to be able to buy that. Like if it was down here where Warboy is, we wouldn't be able to purchase it right now, and that's missing out on a possible good pull for 200,000 silver, which is not bad. And the fact you can get those blue shards in here is pretty neat. So at some point we're going to want to focus on getting the store fully unlocked where we can be able to buy all 12 items or have the option of buying all 12 items. But for right now, again, it's not a focus. Okay, so you're probably wondering, where do we actually want to spend those gems other than the energy refills? Let's go into battle, and we are going to go to the arena. So you notice here an arena refresh is 5 gems. What this is going to do is it's basically going to refresh the entire arena board for your opponents. This is important early when you are trying to farm and get medals. Like if you look at this board here, there's just no way we can compete with any of these teams at the current time. I'm not going to spend the gems right now, but in my other videos you've probably seen if we hit the refresh button, it gives us a whole brand new set of opponents, usually with a couple that we can actually beat. That's one case where it's okay to spend gems. Just be careful you're not spending a whole bunch, but you might want to do that just so you can finish your arena daily quests, making use of those 10 tokens you get every day. You want to try your best to get 10 wins with those, so sometimes you have to spend the gems to refresh to get some easier opponents to fight in the arena. So that's the second area I would say it's okay to spend gems on early on as a free-to-play. Just make sure you're not going overboard with it. And finally, we're going to talk about Mastery Scrolls. That is, to me, especially as a free-to-play or low-spend player, the most important thing you're going to want to do with your gems is you're going to want to save up 800 of them, and you're going to want to go to your starter champion or whichever champion, like let's say you've been lucky enough to pull a really good legendary or epic very early in your playthrough. Whoever's going to be your campaign farmer, your most used champion, in our case it's going to be Kale, that's who you want to focus on building out masteries on first. Now you'll notice here we have all these mastery skills to choose from. There's 3 full skill trees, and then you have to kind of pick and choose what you're going to go through, and you have to unlock those there. So you have all these little plus signs you're going to have to fill up. So that's 12, 13, 14, and then a 15th slot at the bottom. So that's 15 abilities you have to choose from these mastery trees. Now each one of these, the first 2 are very easy to get. These each cost 5 scrolls, 5 of the basic scrolls. When you come down to the next one, it's going to be 30 basic scrolls to unlock one of those abilities. The next row down is going to be 80 of these green scrolls, which are the next scroll up. Then you're going to need 120. Then you're going to need 200 red scrolls. And then you're going to need 350 at the bottom. So you can see those scrolls add up very quickly, and that's just on one skill tree. You come over here, you got to do the same thing. That's going to be a lot of scrolls that you have to get. Now you notice if you hit plus sign here, you can get every single scroll you need to unlock him all the way up to his rank 6 ability for 800 gems. That's going to be a huge economical investment for you early in the game. If you can get his masteries unlocked, it's going to make him a great character in the arena, even better in a clan boss, and just overall improve how good he is at farming the campaign. So 800 gems for that is a bargain early, because the only way to get those scrolls other than that is you're going to have to go into dungeons, you're going to have to go to the Minotaur's Labyrinth, and you're going to have to farm your brains out. You can see here, early level, early game, you're not going to be able to go very far. Right now, with our roster, we could maybe do stage 6 or 7. And you can see each run of stage 6 or 7 is only going to give us 5 to 7 basic scrolls and 1 green scroll. And you saw in some of those abilities how many scrolls we needed. So imagine farming one at a time. And the thing that also makes this hard is when you're farming this mission here, like let's say you've got 5 characters in here going against this Minotaur. You run that Minotaur, you're only going to get scrolls to drop for 1 character. So you multiply that, take that into account. We're not necessarily going to get scrolls for Kale every single time we run this. So early on in the game, it's just not very efficient. It's not very effective to try to, grind up the Minotaur. Now you can come in here a couple nights a week and farm up your scrolls for your first 2 rows pretty easily. But after that, it's going to become a crazy grind. And if, like I said, early on, if you can just go ahead and take that 800 gems and just unlock this full mastery tree, it's going to really improve your champion. It's going to make getting through early content pretty easy once he's got all those skills unlocked. So that's my number one thing I'd focus on as a low spend, as a free-to-play account, is building up a stash of 800 gems and just blowing it on those masteries. Get that unlocked as soon as you possibly can. And then once you get that unlocked for Kale, then you can kind of focus on maybe doing the gem mine. But that's it. You want to go for those mastery scrolls. Get that unlocked. It's going to be a huge boon to your account early on in the game. So anyways, guys, if you have any questions about this, if you're just curious about what to spend your gems on in the game, feel free to leave a comment down below and let me know. Hope you guys are finding these videos helpful, especially if you're just starting the game or coming back to the game. It's a really exciting time to be back in Raid with all the stuff they're adding in, so hope you guys are enjoying it. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again next time.